Wow, April 1st, guys. And then we skip forward to July 8th. What have they been doing for 3 months? Get real, man. Take a bit of money from the Patreons you've been scamming, you wretched little and buy it for out of that, for sake.
So that I could gamify exercise a little bit.
Oh my god, dude. This is... You swap food for HRT. Well, I don't know if there's been a swap necessarily. But anyway, guys, come on. What is the problem? I'm showing the glow up. I'm showing the glow up. Look. Before and after. What's the problem? Oh! You can see the strands of hair that he's also accidentally picked up off the floor too. Oh god. I found some gooning tools here. Dude, what's this gooning tool for? Used to work for Linus Tech Tips, and then Emily transitioned, and in the course of this video I'm pretty sure that they talked about wanting to do their own channel, right? Now, I already watched this video on stream. I don't want to watch it again, but just to give you, I guess, a little bit of a taster of the kinds of thing Emily was talking about.
That's a black box to me. So here's how I think this is gonna work. You probably noticed this video is monetized. Why? Well, aside from being able to pay rent this month, which I definitely do want to do, I want to get a feel for how feasible it is for me to go without using things like mid-rolls that disrupt the flow of a video.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing.
Very funny.
Nintendo doesn't.
I'm also looking to figure out if I can do all of this without sponsorships. Like, I mean, if sponsorships came my way.
Bro, I love it when people are just in the initial stages of trying to do a YouTube channel and they've got all these grandiose ideas about what they are and aren't going to do. I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. They haven't even fucking put a video out yet. You know, like a proper fucking schedule of content. And they're already talking about what they are and aren't going to do. Anyway, this would become... I totally forgot this stuff was in here. This will become funny in just a moment, okay?
I might consider them, but I'd like to be very careful about who I sign with. I'd want to use my own voice, rather than simply like parroting talking points, you know? Like VPN sponsorships. They're common on YouTube. But I'd like to actually educate people on how to use them. And I need to have used the product or service before. I'm not going to say anything that I disagree with, and that's something that I'm going to take directly from LMG. But some channels don't have sponsorships. And if I can do this without...
Yeah, look at the size of these channels.
And I need to have used the product or service before. I'm not going to say anything that I disagree with, and that's something that I'm going to take directly from LMG.
So what was the first one?
But
223,000 subs.
Some channels...
1.7 million subscribers. Also note, 1,200 videos released.
Don't have sponsorships.
1.7 million subs. Dank pods. This is a podcast. I mean, obviously, you know, every channel is different, and some channels can get by on not running sponsorships. But it's like a totally, like, it's just not something you should ever think about. Some channels need or want to run sponsorships, fair enough. Other channels don't, that's it. But if you're just setting up your channel, I don't understand why you'd put things off the table when you don't even know what the reality of it is yet. Like, just fucking wait and see, and then make some content. This becomes relevant in a moment, and then you can see what you want to do with it, you know?
And if I can do this without them, I will. But the only way to do that is with direct support from, well, regular viewers out there like you. And that is a difficult topic for me. Like, I wanted to establish myself on my own merits before taking people's money for basically just work that I did at LMG. For those of you who sent super thanks when I got monetization for the channel and accidentally retroactively enabled them, well, thank you. Genuinely. You have no idea how much that support means to me morally. But at the same time, people have also legitimately asked, do I have a Patreon that they can send money to?
Oh, hey, Nicholas. Yes, this is the person from Linus Tech Tips. I obviously watched this before. This gives you some context, and then the next piece comes along, okay? But it is very funny from what I've seen.
To support me. And I don't know. It's something that is just so completely out there for me because I don't see my own worth in the same way that a lot of people seem to.
Oh my god. Just make a fucking video. Like, dude, what is... all this rigmarole about it is so ridiculous, and it clearly is just to solicit as much money as you possibly can before you've even fucking done anything. Just make a video, and then put it out, and then if people want to support you, you'll make it and you'll get there. Like, that's it. It's that simple. Obviously, it's not that simple in terms of succeeding, but just in terms of the process, that's what you need to do. And the thing is, Emily here is on a fucking, you know, like meters, hundreds of meters ahead of everyone else because they've come from Linus Tech Tips. So people already know who Emily is, right? So just make the fucking video. It's just so obnoxious that people have got this massive head start, and rather than just make the video, they do this whole rigmarole of, oh, the money and you can support me and I won't do this and I won't do that. Just make a video. You're fucking a million miles ahead as it is. It's obscene.
Kind of blows my mind. Here's the compromise. I can commit to only so much right now. So I'm going to launch a Patreon.
Ooh,
so you
of
can
course.
support me if you want, but think of it more like a tip jar. I can offer some of the standard stuff like videos a day early, names in videos, a Discord server, maybe some behind the scenes stuff or updates on what I'm working on, but I can't really do much else for that right now. If that sounds good to you though, you can find the link in the description. But please, don't feel like you need to. I'm still going to be making the videos. And to start with, I'm aiming for a bi-
Oh! Still going to be making the videos. Excellent news. Well, I can't wait. When was this video posted? Oh, 28th of January, 2025. I can't wait for the wealth of content that I'm about to look at when I have a look at Emily Young's YouTube page.
bi-weekly schedule to accommodate for, well, let's call it training.
Bi-weekly uploads. You hear that? Bi-weekly uploads, guys.
And I'm planning to start with useful tech tips and tech quickie style content to cut my editing teeth on. Like, for example, did you know that Bluetooth audio doesn't have to suck on PC, or that it matters which USB ports you use, aside from just whether they're 3.0 or whatever? Or have you ever wondered why a 10,000 milliamp battery bank looks like this, but laptops only usually go up to like 2,800 milliamp hours? I'm also looking at the documents and things that I've been...
There's nothing wrong with having a Patreon. The thing that I take issue with is making this big rigmarole out of, oh, I don't want to ask you for money, but then you set up a Patreon anyway, obviously wanting people to give you money. Especially when the only video you've released is a video talking about how you're going to run your YouTube channel and what you are and aren't going to do. Like, do something, for fuck's sake.
Having to learn over the past few months, and...
Like, this is just lazily capitalizing on the fact that you're known from Linus Tech Tips, and you know that there's people with deep pockets that support Linus Tech Tips, and you want a little slice of the action for yourself before you've actually put out a video within the theme of your channel that you're trying to do. It's pathetic.
Probably be a project or two thrown in there too. Like, I had to get my workstation back up to date hardware-wise, and, well, I mean, it was like 2018 hardware. Not terrible, but not really up to snuff. And I can go into the decisions that I made during the process of acquiring that new hardware. The problem is I still haven't built it yet. This is actually still my old workstation. I really need to get on that. But I just won't be able to do things like review AMD's upcoming Ryzen 9 9950X 3D or the NVIDIA 5000 series Blackwell GPUs that are basically launching now. Like, that doesn't mean that I don't have opinions on tech or anything, just to be clear, but, you know, anything that I say about next-gen CPUs or GPUs or whatever, that should be taken as the opinion that it is, informed or not. As for...
Okay, so that's just a little taster of what this person was promising back in January. 28th of Jan, 2025. All the things they were promising. I'm going to set up a Patreon, guys. I feel bad about it, but I'm going to set up a Patreon and I'm going to do all these videos for you. Well, let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little look and see what this effort has yielded. Shall we have a little butchers and see? So here's their Patreon. Let's just scroll through, okay? I'm not going to click on the channel because I want you to see the. Let's have a look at the efforts over the past few months. So there's the video we just watched on January 28th. Welcome to the party. Thank you all so much. Oh, there was a stream. Okay, that's actually not too crazy. There was a stream on February 7th. Wow, fantastic. So we do have a February 7th stream. Let's see if I can find that on their channel. Okay, I can't see it, but it could be because they don't show their live streams. Fair enough, okay. I'll give the benefit of the doubt on that. Maybe it did happen. So that was February 7th. And then we have a status report on March 5th. So we're in March now. And you know, the one thing that I'm not seeing is any fucking videos. Where's the videos we were promised? This person has knowledge of talent, as well as industry connections and a tech YouTube. What a waste opportunity. Yeah. This, I'm pretty sure, is laziness. I'm pretty sure. But we'll get to it. So March 5th, we've got a status report. And then March 27th, disaster strikes. Okay. They've had to adjust the plans for the workstation build video, presumably because of some damage to some component, I'm guessing. Oh, we got a script draft on April 1st. Wow, April 1st, guys. Could it be of April Fools? Who knows? But they've got a script draft out there. And then we skip forward to July 8th. What have they been doing for fucking 3 months? God only knows. God only knows. And then finally, 4 days ago, they released their first actual video on the channel. How a simple mistake ruined my new PC and my YouTube channel. What? Sorry, come again? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is true that the only actual video they've done related to the topic of their channel that they promised was released a couple of days ago and is explaining why they've not released a video since they announced their channel moving forward in January. What on earth, bro? And this is supposed to be a tech channel as well, and they fucked up their own build. What? Oh, also, how much money was their Patreon making? Okay, to be fair, you can join for free. What? 558 paid members for nothing, for literally barely anything. Thank you for the super chat. Dude, could you imagine you pay this beautiful woman an amount of money for videos and you get a script? You get to read a script. What are the tiers? Oh, hang on. Where do I see that? Oh, sorry. There we go. The picture's all fucked. So you got Tech Tipper at 150. So we're talking at least, you know, whatever that is. Tech Student $4. Tech Enthusiast $8.50. And Tech Addict $15.50 plus VAT. I mean, they're probably pulling in at least $1,000 a month off of this, right? I think that's a fairly reasonable, just off the dome guess. Probably more, to be fair. But people have been paying this person for nothing. Like, this is the output. This is what you've gotten for your however much a month. The video there, which you could have watched on YouTube. A couple of posts. A stream, which I can't obviously see whether that happened or not. Status report. Excuses. Pathetic excuses as to why you've not done anything. A script draft, so you can just read a script yourself. You can pay them to read a video script. Wow, incredible. Normally it's the other way around. Normally you pay them for them to read the script, but no, you're paying them for you to read the script. And then obviously the stuff about the latest video. Weren't they kind of transparent? No, okay, dude. What is this cope? Dude, you guys are so fucking retarded. It's unbelievable. Listen again, you fucking cretin. Here's what now? They said that they were going to release videos, you idiot.
And to start with, I'm aiming for a bi-weekly schedule to accommodate for, well, let's call it training.
They said they were aiming for a bi-weekly schedule. That's initially, by the way, for training. Thank you for the super chats. I'm sorry, but this is cope. They were obviously pretending they didn't want to do the Patreon, but so many were asking for it, so they've done it anyway, okay? And then they've said what they're going to do. So they're clearly trying to represent that they're going to offer you value for money if you support them. It's very obvious what's happening here, and you're a fucking moron if you believe otherwise, okay? And then they've totally failed to deliver on this. Anyway, let's be fair. Let's give them a chance. I think they posted this as well here. So, this is what's been going on the past little bit. If you're in the Discord, you know that it's pretty much been resolved now. But I've had to adjust plans for the new Workstation build video. And also a video about the things that led me to this tragedy. Are they not supposed to be some fucking tech expert? That Emily Young with the 333. You can't see that, so I'll read it. When you were begging me for videos you meant on YouTube. Sorry, Chud. I misjudged you based on your reputation. Very funny, Emily Young. Yes. We all know the memes. Thank you for that. So, let's have a little look. I mean, it's just, to me, it's utter cope. I cannot believe that something like that is going to hold back a tech YouTuber for, like, this long. That's fucking ridiculous. I do not believe that for a second. And people, how much would it cost for this? What am I looking at? Is this the motherboard? How much would it cost to replace this? A few $100s? Like, get fucking real, man. Take a bit of fucking money from the Patreons that you've been fucking scamming, you wretched little fucker, and buy it for out of that, for fuck's sake. Dude, it's disgusting to me. It's totally disgusting when creators do this. They totally fucking shill an image to their audience of what they're going to do. They don't deliver on it. And then they're pleading like, oh no, I'm sorry, look what happened. Have you not made enough money from your Patreon to fix this issue? Like, you could do it in fucking 1 month's earnings and have leftovers after that. Where's the content? Where's your videos? Purely relying on the reputation that they've got off of Linus Tech Tips to launch their channel, and they're not delivering. It's pathetic and it's wretched, and I think it's wrong.
Aspect.
So anyway, let's have a little watch and see. Now we'll rewind for a sec. Let's just calm ourselves. Try and be fair. Maybe there are some reasonable explanations. And we'll see what you know, the excuses are, okay?
I had it all planned out. I carefully calculated each and every aspect of my new workstation build, meticulously cable managed everything. But ever since the very first power on, there were signs of trouble. And it only went downhill from there.
So why not make videos out of that? Why, you could have done a video, if you're having this much problems, you could have put out a video every 2 weeks documenting the problems that you were having. So where's the content then? This doesn't excuse the lack of videos, does it? I don't get it. You've got a computer system that works. Maybe it's not ideal. Maybe it's not perfect. But you can still get a video out of it if you need to, right? And if it's that much of a fucking technical issue, right? Download OBS, hit start recording, and just record an off-the-dome fucking 10-minute video and then put it up on the channel. You could do that at least. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Okay, that is a slow and I can't say that, but thank you, Pyro, for that. Training? No, you misunderstood. I said bad word, not training. Got it, okay.
In case you were wondering, yes, this is in fact why it's been so long since I posted a video.
Cope! This is cope. This is bullshit. It does not take this fucking long to put a video out. This is obscene. Dude, you can get a video out with a fucking mobile phone. You can literally record a video off your mobile phone and put it onto YouTube if you have to. What is this bullshit, dude? What? This is just bullshit for being lazy. You could literally do a phone video and go, hey guys, just so you know, I'm having some difficulty with my build. Here it is, da-da-da. Do that fucking... Bi-weekly. Bi-weekly. Twice a week. Put out a 10-minute video explaining what's going on. You've sold this to people on the basis that you're going to do a bi-weekly video and you've not done anything. And now you come up with bullshit excuses that you can't put out a video because your new builder's got fucked up when you've probably got an absolute fucking smorgasbord of technology that you can rely on to put a video out if you wanted to. It's fucking obscene. Oh, hey, Harmful, how's it going? Hey guys, my new vid's about how the shit computer you paid for me to get doesn't work.
I wanted it to be about this workstation. And yet... Well, let me tell you the story of the nightmare that followed. While the motherboard I chose, the X870E Aorus Master, is known to boot up sort of slowly, it seemed like half the time it would just fail.
Okay, video about that. Video about that. Just film it on your fucking mobile, you lazy idiot. What are you doing? How is there not a video about that on your channel already? Why are you only explaining this to us now months after the fact in your bullshit cope video when you've probably made about fucking $5,000 or $6,000 of the people that were stupid enough to sign up to your Patreon?
Worse still, sometimes it would boot up with only half the memory detected. And an intermittent problem like that is always a royal pain to deal with no matter what you're doing, because whenever you do, it may not be obvious if your fix worked or not. So I started with the obvious culprit, memory. First, I reseated the sticks to make sure they
Boom! Video number 2. Here's how memory can have an impact on your build or something. Like, dude, I'm not even a fucking tech person, but I can see the potential in this content. Don't worry.
Even I'm tired of watching me.
Don't worry, guys. I've already got this lined up. Fear not. We're going to watch that after. Don't you worry. Got a feeling Emily is a greedy little piggy when it comes to tech. Not saying anything else, to be clear. Thank you, Jean-Luc Descartes. Sorry if I already addressed this, but where's the TTS? Everything is switched on. I can hear it in my headphones, but for some reason it's not coming through to you guys, and I don't know what to do to fix it at the moment, so I'll have to take a look at it after stream. But thank you very much for the membership.
were making good contact. And I carefully dusted them with some compressed air, just in case the dusty environment I live in might have been an issue. No change. I tried one stick of memory at a time. No change. I tried the other memory channel. Maybe one of them was weak. No change. I spent days running memtest86 with different settings just to see if there was a memory problem at all.
Dude, okay. Oh man, that is a rough angle, I must say. Oh, that was a tough angle. I think estrogen might not be the best option here. I would recommend finasteride, speaking on personal levels.
Spent days running memtest86 with different settings just to see if there was a memory problem at all. Each run of 4 passes felt like it took forever.
Wow. So you're telling me that you've managed to film and do something with this footage that is about the PC that isn't working? What the... What? Idiot used computer in the kitchen, Butterfingers RAM. Thank you for the super chat. Exactly, dude. There's so much content you could get out of this as a tech creator. But instead, you've come up with all these fucking excuses as to why you've not put out a video in months. And not only that, not only not putting out a video in months, not updating your community in months about what you're doing either. It's just so wrong to me. I hate it. I think it's so fucked that people do this. And like... Thank you for the super chats. And obviously, you know, I've got, it's a bit like, well, you know, you probably shouldn't stick money into a Patreon for someone that, you know, has not really done anything of interest to you yet. So I'm kind of less sympathetic in that direction. It just feels like people should be punished for the laziness that they engage in, and they're just not, unfortunately, because no one seems to care that much, you know? Certainly not from the audience that support them.
because they kind of did. And each time I tried new settings, I'd have to sit there and wait for about 5 minutes for the computer to go through its memory training process again, which is the techie way of saying the PC is configuring itself to run the memory. You can imagine how much fun it was to wait for this, for every little memory settings tweak I made. In situations like this, where your PC has a memory problem but the memory doesn't seem to be at fault,
Right, there's two solutions here. I rendered a 25-minute video in Resolve yesterday with a bunch of Fusion stuff that took about 40 minutes. You don't need a 32 CPU machine to do it. You can do it on a smart fridge. Well, the thing is, if you're making that much money from Patreon and you genuinely are arguing that you don't have the tech in order to edit a video, which sounds fucking bullshit, but even if that were the case, just pay someone to make a video for you, right? You could probably pay someone like $100, which is 10%, I would presume, of your monthly earnings, I'm guessing off the top of my head, to just edit the video for you. And there you go, you've got a video and it's released, and at least you're putting something out there, you know? And then you'll make AdSense off the video. You'd probably cover that in AdSense and then more on top of that too. So it's like there's no excuse for this in the modern era of content creation. And also, like, what? Yeah, don't you have a laptop? You can't do it on a fucking laptop? You got your other system, which apparently is too old. You're telling me you don't have anything else that you can edit something on and put, you know, you don't even need to edit a video. Just put out an update. On OBS, you can just record yourself like a video on OBS, and then it's a file that you can just upload to YouTube and put it out. You don't even need to fucking render it because it just records the fucking thing off your screen. Literally just upload it to YouTube and that's it, you're done. It's like so simple. You can edit on your phone if you really had to. There are solutions to this. This is not a problem without multiple solutions.
Next step is to look to the CPU. Modern CPUs use so many pins on such a tiny package that it's very easy to have problems like these. If, for example, there's dust between the CPU.
I have a feeling the Fed should check his PC. I disavow, please. Can we call it with the transparent remarks? Thank you for the super chat.
CPU and the pins on the motherboard socket. It's also common on AMD's AM5 socket that over-tensioning the cooler can push the CPU down hard enough that it pushes the pins away from the contact pads on the CPU. So I pulled off the cooler, cleaned everything up, and pulled the CPU from the socket. Didn't see anything immediately suspicious, but I decided to very gently spray some compressed air over the pins, just to be sure. I then cleaned the CPU's pads with isopropyl alcohol to remove any dust or...
So what happened there?
Didn't see anything immediately suspicious, but I decided to very gently spray some compressed air over the pins, just to be sure.
Sorry, did I miss it? They did... Sorry.
Away from the contact pads on the CPU. So I pulled off the cooler, cleaned everything up, and...
Oh, I see, that metal dropping. So that could potentially cause damage, could it?
Pulled the CPU from the socket. Didn't see anything immediately suspicious, but I decided to very gently spray some compressed air over the pins, just to be sure.
Okay, so this is a pin popping out. So is this wrong to do? You're not supposed to spray compressed air here, no? Or is that dust? Oh, that's dust. Oh, I see. I thought compressed air was fine to just spray everywhere, basically. Yeah, I thought you could just go in there and just go, psh, and it's fine, because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Gently, okay. You're supposed to, dude, I basically, if my computer's running slow, I just get a big bucket of water and slosh it in there and hope for the best, basically.
I then cleaned the CPU's pads with isopropyl alcohol to remove any dust or, skin oil or any other debris that I couldn't see, and reseated everything. I even stole the CPU from my partner's PC to try that. No.
Partner?
Change. I felt like I was losing my mind at this point. I'd already updated the...
Bro, this is all content. I don't understand how you've not released a video in months when this is all content that people will watch. Dude, your audience would love to see you, and not even in an unpleasant way. Like, you guys would love to see me struggle building a PC and would laugh at me, okay? You would get people that would love to see the process and would be like, oh my God, I can't believe they're having these problems, and want to comment and help and stuff like that, right? They want to watch you do it because they want to support you. Clearly, they've given money to your Patreon with no fucking money. So what makes it so... Dude, it makes it so much worse to me. Because these people clearly are hungry to support you. They want to support you. And you have completely let them down in this way and are coming up with these ridiculous excuses for it. When you could have done a whole series about the problems in building your computer and people would have watched it and probably super chatted it. Dude, people probably would have super chatted in the comments and shit too. They'd have gone fucking crazy for it. Or a stream. Apparently one stream, which I can't see evidence of, maybe it happened. You could stream this too. You could do a bunch of streams about the problems with this.
The BIOS as soon as I got the system built. Did that fail somehow? In the days and weeks since building it, several new BIOS revisions were released by Gigabyte, all claiming to improve memory compatibility. So I flashed the BIOS again, and flashed it again to make sure. And, well, it kinda looked good that last time. It was stable for about a week, or at least it felt that way. The problem was, well, it seemed stable enough to move in and turn my old workstation into a NAS, which I did.
What's a NAS? What the fuck is a NAS? What's a NAS? I don't know what NAS means. Network attached storage. Thank you, thank you. So it's basically like a sort of side computer that's just for storage that's networked up to the rest of your thing. Is that it? Is that it? Your own Google. Guys, stop with the pedo comments, okay? That's well out of line. Dude. What? So I'm sure there's legitimate reasons for that, right? There would be legitimate reasons for that. Stop talking about stuff. NAS is Academy of Science. Okay, thank you for the super chat.
What I didn't know was that there were still more issues that hadn't shaken out yet. From time to time, the system would hard lock, usually if I attempted to use my capture card. No blue screen or anything, just a hard freeze, and then a reboot. Windows would log no errors, and when the system would come back up, the wireless card would be missing in action. And it wouldn't be long before it would just be like that. And at first I kind of welcomed this because the Wi-Fi adapter's small maximum PCI Express payload size reduced the efficiency of everything else connected to the chipset.
Dude, it's so funny to me how it's like they've got all these like graphics and stuff coming on and stuff like that, and they've like got, you know, this kind of like more sophisticated editing, and it's like you've not released a video for months. Give it a rest, will you? You've not even managed to get a single video out, and now you're doing all this flashy graphics shit. Give me a break with this. Like, just put a video out, you fucking lazy fucker. Careful what I say. I mean, careful what I say. Careful what I say. But yeah, it's just so fucked that they've just not done anything for months, and now they're trying to act like they're like a professional YouTuber now.
Which meant my capture card no longer had the bandwidth to run at full quality 4K 60, all of which is a topic for a future video. But... a topic for a future video. Wow, incredible. Why not a prior video that's already been released, I wonder? I'll save that for later. I'll save that. I need some ideas for videos in the future. 4K 60, all of which is a topic for a future video. But even if I liked the Wi-Fi adapter gone, it was still a problem that I needed to fix. By this point, I suspected something was up with the motherboard itself, but for now, I figured I'd try disabling the Wi-Fi adapter to make sure that that wasn't the problem.
Yeah, how many videos so far is this? I mean, to be honest with you, the problem is they've gone so long without making a video that they're kind of fucked. They promised bi-weekly videos. So that's like, you know, that's lots of videos. That's lots and lots of videos that they haven't released. So, you know, they should have put out a bunch of videos already. Sorry, she. Emily Young. Do not question the womanhood of Emily.
Except you can't disable the Wi-Fi adapter. That's right. Not only is Gigabyte's setup utility missing some pretty critical options, but many of the options that are there are missing descriptions. If you have a recent Gigabyte motherboard and you're looking for some options, check the AMD CBS menu. For whatever reason, most of the stuff related to the chipset has just been stuffed in there and have no equivalent option in the main menus. It was discovering this that led me to trying to figure out which PCI Express port out of these options the Wi-Fi adapter was connected to so that I could
So you're showing all these graphics now. Like, how? I thought you couldn't do anything without this new PC. I guess it's working now. Maybe you could argue that they've actually, you know, they've actually managed to get it working now. But this could all have been done multiple times. Ridiculous.
just disable it for testing. But it was at that point that the system decided that it no longer wanted to boot at all. No matter what I did, I could not get it to come back up. The code the motherboard stopped on suggested it may be a CPU issue, so reluctantly, I decided to check the pins one last time. It's worth noting, at this point, I was getting pretty fed up. While I was pretty sure the motherboard was the issue, I had to at least rule out the CPU.
The what? Dude, we need to get that really tight.
CPU for certain.
They said it too quick. No! Dude, I can't get them in the... What was the thing happened with me? When I was playing, what was it? What game was I playing? And I said the wrong thing or something.
After all, I hadn't tested a different CPU in it since updating the BIOS. So, with the machine on my last nerve,
Oblivion, yeah.
I pulled the cooler and removed the CPU. This is the worst nightmare of anyone who's ever installed a CPU in an LGA socket like this. The end result was more damage than is possible to fix manually. And
God, it was those big trotters. Those massive trotters fiddling about in the computer. Trash the fucking pins. Fucking hell, man. I mean, look, people are willing to accept a level of failure for tech channels and have a laugh about you fucking it up even though you're supposed to be the expert. But, I mean, this is kind of taking the piss a bit, isn't it? I mean, we're supposed to listen to you about tech issues when you're making this much of a fucking meal of building a computer. Jesus Christ. Brat worst fingers. That's horrible. Guys are sick. Sausage fingers is terrible.
While this particular motherboard was a fine example of a dumpster fire, my incessant need to troubleshoot it means I will never get my chance to send it back to Gigabyte under warranty. In fact, as of writing this, my desktop was a Steam Deck. I wrote this script on a Steam Deck.
Okay. Why the fuck would you write if you really had no other choice, why would you write a script on a Steam Deck and not just like something on your fucking mobile phone, on your smartphone? Like you could literally type on a smartphone easier than you can on a Steam Deck. It just feels like they're coming up with these absurd things when it's like there's lots of reasonable things you could have done to get a video out. Like this is clearly trying to be like, guys, it's been so crazy. I had to write this script on a Steam Deck. So that's how tough it's been. That's why I've not been able to get a video out. But also, why do you need a script anyway? You could do this video without a script if you really had to. Oh, you're saying that maybe they had it connected with like a laptop and mouse or something like that. Okay, well, yeah, maybe. But even so, it's just obviously trying to present the idea that you had all these ludicrous tech issues that led you to have to use completely inefficient means to produce the video, which just doesn't really stack up for me. I don't buy this idea that all of this prevented you from making a video to the point where you're using a Steam Deck.
Actually, while I was stuck with the desktop, I realized that the GPU was actually...
Also, dude, get a laptop. You can get a basic laptop for like a few $100s to type shit on. Like, what is this fucking coat, man?
Locked to 500 megahertz in desktop mode, but you can fix that by installing Decky and Power Tools. And then you can launch Steam Big Picture mode and adjust the settings to taste.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about the Steam Deck, and you can use it with like a keyboard and mouse, but the point is the reason that Emily here is presenting the Steam Deck is to create a concept of absurdity about their circumstances to justify being lazy and not putting a video out, right? You understand that? So it's like, fair enough with the Steam, but the reasons being mentioned is to be like, whoa, guys, my situation's so crazy, I had to use the Steam Deck here. Like, it's dishonest. It's dishonestly trying to present their circumstances such that it's reasonable that they have not put a video out for fucking 7 months. Coming up on 7 months.
500 megahertz in desktop mode, but you can fix
like
that
that
by installing Decky and Power Tools. And then you can launch Steam Big Picture mode and adjust the settings to taste. Enjoy your responsive desktop. I know I am after struggling for a bit.
Oh, okay. So fair enough. I didn't understand what's happening there. So they are saying that's how they did it. They used it as a desktop like that. Is that it, right? But I mean, you know, if that's the case, then either accept that or find a better solution like a few $100 laptop or something. I don't understand why, if this is that much of a problem, that you're bringing it up to present it as an issue to prevent you making videos. That's my interpretation, at least. Like, go and buy a fucking laptop then, for all I care. You're making shitloads of money off of your Patreon. You know?
But, okay. I fucked up. Kicking myself over and over and looking at options. I could try and send it back to Gigabyte and pay for repairs, but that would mean even more downtime. I could buy a new motherboard, but now I'm second guessing my choices. Like, do I go with another Aorus Master? Do I go with ASUS or MSI? Like, if my capture card is going to be limited by the Wi-Fi adapter anyway, I might as well switch to something external. So the loss of one PCI Express slot isn't...
Okay, dude. You've not eaten... Chris Chan got a better femme voice than this guy. I disavow, but thank you. Oh, DK's seen. DK has got some thoughts, it seems. Got a problem with this beautiful woman? You know, dude, it's ridiculous. Like, this is not fucking obscene. Like, you're talking about all this expensive kit that you're going to buy, and you've not released a video for 7 months, you fucking loser. Like, make a video. Why are you thinking about spending money?
Isn't really going to kill me. New problem, though. I could not have picked a better time to destroy my motherboard if I wanted to jump ship. There are plenty of Aorus Masters to go around in Canada, but no competing ASUS or MSI X870E boards. At least at time of, well, doing this. Only Aorus. Gee, I wonder if that means anything. Whoa, future Emily here. Weird, I don't remember where.
How about you save your quirky editing shit for when you've actually put some content out, you lazy bitch. Now that is me being woke, okay? I'll use gender-specific language that is correct, okay? That's the kind of guy that I am. It's so obnoxious. I just, you know, I feel these situations are so frustrating because I feel like as a supporter, this should be outrageous to you, but it's not because you've got this like parasocial attachment or whatever. But this is out of order. This is out of line. You've paid this person money on Patreon and they've not delivered what they promised they were, or, you know, suggested, I should say, they were going to deliver. That's fucked. And you should have a problem with that. You know? Dude, what? Dude, look at this. Look at this freeze frame. Bro, what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
That. Anyway, while I was at the Canada Computers checkout with a new Aorus Master motherboard being rung up, I noticed on the shelf an open box ASUS X870E-E. And as much as I'd love to test another Aorus Master to see if it had the same troubles, the gap between me posting my channel intro and actually making another video was and is way too long. So I examined the socket, pins looked good, and I took home the ASUS, funky box flap and all. I'm not that mad about having to do this, even though it does suck to be at another $700 Canadian.
What? You've got money for nothing for months. This is so fucking obnoxious, dude. You have solicited Patreon donations for nothing for months and you're complaining about having to spend money to actually fucking apparently get this video out. Bro, it's so fucked, man. And also, you spent this much on a fucking motherboard complaining about not having a computer. If it's that bad, get a fucking laptop, dude. You can get a laptop that will edit a video. Not obviously ideally, it's not exactly perfect and it might well take longer to render or something. But you can find something that will at least do the job to get something out. Or you can just record a video of OBS or something if it really is that dire. But no, you've got to spend all this money when you've not even got a fucking video out yet. It's so obnoxious, man.
Yeah, motherboard pricing is rough lately. The board is legitimately impressively built, though, with a lot of really nice features, so if it works, I'm happy. And so far, it actually works great. The system's been rock solid for a
Okay, so to be fair, it does seem like they've now built the system. So there is an argument to make that, well, of course they got a video out, now they built the system. You could make that argument. I just think that's bullshit, and you could easily make a video out of this without this working. There's multitude of ways you can do it, right? And also, are they not like, hey, Linus or someone that works at Linus Tech, could you not ask a favor from someone? Like, you're so connected and you can't get what you need to put a video out. Dude, it's so fucking bullshit.
couple of weeks now. And the extra high-speed USB ports provided by the X870E-E are really appreciated. It even turns out that it has one of the few Wi-Fi adapters that has a PCI Express maximum payload size greater than the minimum, so it's not slowing down the rest of the chipset, at least not as badly. How about that? But, I mean, as happy as I am to have a working motherboard, I am so tired of troubleshooting at this point. Like, if I ever see Memtest 86 running on this machine again, it'll be too soon. The idea behind this build was that it would be well-balanced and stable. And the initial results were anything...
Or just use the old desktop you were thinking about making into a porn server. It's not a porn server. That's not confirmed. Okay, let's calm down with that.
But it just goes to show that despite the best intentions, no plan survives contact with the enemy. And moreover, a single mistake can be an incredibly expensive lesson to learn. Off the heels of me saying that I'm not an expert, it certainly feels like it fits. But that's not what you or I should take away from this. What we should take to heart is that mistakes are
Yeah,
not...
dude. People are so averse to just telling the fucking facts about things. Clearly you've been very lazy. You've obviously just been a lazy... Dude. Check the server for minors. I disavow, but thank you for the super chat. You've clearly seen a bunch of money coming in off Patreon, recognise that you're getting it for not doing anything, so you've not fucking bothered. It's fucking obvious. What other explanation is there for this? Because there's a multitude of ways you could have put videos out. But instead they've got to cope that's because of these tech issues.
Natural. I've installed countless CPUs into LGA sockets over the years, and this was the first time I've ever bent any pins, at least not that badly. Like, that's not a boast. It's the lesson. No matter who you are, sometimes you're going to screw up. Sometimes you're going to learn an expensive lesson. And as long as you can pick up the pieces, understand what went wrong and why, you'll end up better and more experienced for it. The vast majority of my technical knowledge and expertise started out as me tinkering and breaking things. And I imagine the same is true for a lot of enthusiasts.
I was cutting up Office pre-builds to fit GPUs and using tape and shit to hold everything together at 15. Now this is crazy. Ain't even mini ITX. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but thank you nonetheless for the super chat.
It's out there. So, this was a disaster, yes. But it's a disaster that I can learn from, and it's a disaster you can learn from too.
Bending his pins into the back of it. DK, come on. Okay? That is malicious, egregious, and vicious misgendering. How the fuck are you going to look at this person and say he, him? That is outrageous. That is ridiculous. I don't believe it's even instinctively impossible to do that. I think that you would have to be trying, you have to do a Ben Shapiro to do that, I reckon, with this person, because they're so woman.
In a roundabout way, this is actually the kind of experience I wanted to bring to the channel in the first place. It just, it would have been nice if it had happened to a less expensive, less mission critical part of my operation. And speaking of mission critical, I have to thank my supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, and
The fucking
Ko-fi, coffee, I've
the
got both.
audacity of it.
And YouTube memberships, because without them,
YouTube memberships too. Wait, what? YouTube memberships too? Oh, what? Oh my god! How much money has this person made? 1,000 is I was lowballing it for Patreon. Let alone these other fucking revenue streams I hadn't even considered. I didn't think they'd be getting YouTube memberships either.
there's no way that I could absorb this kind of mess. In fact, I owe every one of you my gratitude because it's been so long since I've released the channel intro that I'm sure some of you have been wondering where I've been. So, like, I mean, again? I keep disappearing, don't I? So it really...
What? Wait, I would be outraged if it was me paying for that. I'm outraged anyway. I'm not even paying for it. I'd be outraged if I was paying for it and they got this flippant attitude about it. Oh, I kind of keep disappearing, don't I? You said you were going to do bi-weekly videos and I've covered your paid your Patreon.
It does mean the world to me that you've stuck around.
Thanks, suckers.
And with any luck, I'll be able to get back into the swing of things now that this whole
wow, look at all these
thing is
people.
behind
Wow.
me. The support I've received so far has been nothing short of overwhelming, and I've met so many awesome people as a result. I really hope to make the best out of the opportunity that you've given me here, all of you. Since posting the channel intro, my subscriber count has...
Yeah, it seems like it when you're not even fucking putting out a video for months. What? This is ridiculous. It's outrageous, dude. Laziness just does not... This is the thing I think that's really bothered me off the back of like the, what was it? The Innuendo Studio stuff. Innuendo Studios was a lazy wretch living beyond his means that didn't pay his taxes. And he didn't get punished for that. He got rewarded for that. It's just fucked, man. Every time I see something like this, I'm reminded of that tweet about HRT being the crack equivalent for white nerds. Very true. Thank you for the super chat. And it's outrageous because could you imagine a job that you could work for 6 months and get paid thousands of dollars a month for, and you literally do barely anything, and then you don't lose your job. In fact, people might even support you more for that when you end up releasing a video. God, it's just so fucked, man. Also, the fact that they've transitioned probably benefited them too. Let's be realistic here. There's probably people that were like, oh look, a visible trans person, let's give them a fucking bunch of money.
It's absolutely exploded from 36,000 to nearly 92,000. It's entirely possible that this is the video that'll get me a silver play button, which is just crazy to think about.
What? They've not done anything. This is outrageous. They've not done anything.
Now, there is no pressure at all to do so. But if you would like to support me directly...
And they're shooting their Patreon too! Oh, what the fuck, bro? This is outrageous.
Supporters from the Tech Student tier and above get exclusive access to the Patron Discord. And there are also other goodies sprinkled in here and there as well. It's thanks to your support that I should be able to make this work without sponsors.
I'll say it's still absolute horseshit. YouTube, sorry. It took 7 months to fix the PC. Late to the stream, so maybe missing content. Enjoy the blues. Thank you for the $5. And true, it shouldn't take that long, should it? It should not take that long to fix a computer. That's outrageous. So they're probably lying about that as well. They're probably lazy on that front too. It shouldn't take that long, right? And thank you for the $10. What is it with trans YouTubers making all these dramatic sighs every few sentences in their vids? That Leadhead Freak did the same thing. Is our autists imitate human emotion? I think so, yes.
So I can pick and choose who I want to partner with if I want to partner with anyone. But if you can't or don't want to...
Dude, I love this idea as well that they've not put out any videos. That any, like, obviously sponsors want to see analytics on videos to understand, like, how much they should pay you for the sponsorship slot and stuff. But it's like, I'm going to decide who I work with. Well, at the moment, no sponsor wants to work with you because you're not releasing any fucking videos.
That's really not a big deal. Just watching the videos and interacting is super helpful all on its own. Thank you all, and I hope you've learned something from this mess that I made. My next video is probably going to be about how and why I built this machine the way I did. I really did have it all planned out.
Okay, the close-ups are not good. Not flattering. Okay, so it goes a little bit deeper. A couple of people have sent this through. So if that's not even the depths here, right? Apparently it gets worse. The wretched levels are only just beginning with this one. Because we've got this.
On it.
Oh.
Okay, this is the timestamp one. The first Intel $5,000 extreme tech upgrade ever. What's this? From 10th of August 2020.
Even I'm tired of watching me upgrade the TV in my living room at this point, which is why today's video is very exciting. This is the very first in what I'm planning to be a very long-running series sponsored by Intel. I'm calling it Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade, and the premise is simple. One by one, each of my team members is gonna get a $5,000 US budget to tech makeover their space.
Wow. So this person, when working for Linus Tech Dwell.
First up,
down a sec.
Anthony.
Whoa!
See how he spent it.
Hold on. This is pre-transition, guys, okay? Don't think of Anthony, that's transphobic. It's Emily, 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 Emily. That's the dead name.
Now you might be thinking, $5,000? With that, you could buy the most ballin' gaming PC ever. But the PC is only one part of a setup upgrade.
Oh, I see.
So Anthony had to make some tough choices.
An obvious path would have been to just build a top.
I see the transition has been a great success. What the fuck, dude? Yes, that person we're watching is formerly Anthony.
Top-of-the-line gaming PC courtesy of Intel and call it a day. But I already have a pretty sweet gaming setup. And this is an opportunity to splurge on something I wouldn't normally.
So they've already got a sweet gaming setup back in 2020, and you're telling me that it's now, as of 2025, it was totally incapable of even editing a video. Give me a fucking break, dude. You know, these computers can run for a long time as long as they're well maintained, which you would expect it to be. Although in Emily's case, it looks like maybe they've made some mistakes. But it's just so outrageous that you had this great gaming PC back in 2020, and now you're claiming you can't even edit a fucking video on it. Bullshit.
Normally buy for myself. Now, I've never been thin. And while I lost a fair amount of weight before moving to BC, the early days of the move caused a shift in my habits. No pots and no pans meant no cooking. So the solution was often to eat out. But it became a habit. And while my job isn't stressful in and of itself, my mind still finds ways to make it that way sometimes. And when I'm stressed, the thing I've always turned to has been food. So, one of my plans was to use the HTC Vive that Linus lent me so that I could gamify exercise a little bit.
Oh my god, dude. This is... Bro. You swap food for HRT. Well, I don't know if there's been a swap necessarily. But anyway, guys, come on. You're better than that, okay? Stop having to go at this woman's appearance. Because don't forget they're a woman here, even if they didn't realise it yet. They're a woman. Emily, Emily, Emily. But, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's like, the fact you have all this money splurged on you, and you've got this gaming setup, only to claim this sort of weird poverty now that you couldn't even make a video. It's such bullshit, man.
As part of a plan, I had to be more active. But the Vive is still in the bin. Not for a lack of trying, I've been putting together a little ITX rig piece by piece. It's just hasn't happened yet. I managed to lose some of what I gained, even though I haven't been using the Vive, but it's not happening fast enough, and I fear I've plateaued. So my tech upgrade is going to revolve around transforming my media setup. I'm talking new TV, new stand, new sound bar, and of course, finally installing a sick new VR gaming PC, powered by Intel.
What? So they've also got, off the back of Linus Tech Tips Tech Upgrade, they've also got, well, I'm guessing they've still got some sort of extra gaming PC as well that was like presumably new back in 2020. They are literally surrounded by various technology. And they're sitting there acting like the fact they couldn't be. They're just lazy. They're just lazy. It's that simple. They're a total lazy freak. It's literally that simple. That's what this is.
Of course.
The gaming PC is still at the heart of the setup here. So, Anthony, do you want to walk me through some of your parts choices here, starting, of course, with the CPU. So you've gone with a Core i5-10600K.
And I chose the Intel Core i5-10600K for its high clock speeds, which should help in VR.
For RAM, you've gone with 16 gigs of DDR4 3200 C16. I noticed there's no RGB, not only on the RAM, but anywhere in this system.
Yeah, if it's going to be a living room PC, I don't especially need RGB, and I don't really want it either. I don't really need lights distracting me from, the TV or anything else I might be doing in the living room.
That makes sense, and I can actually see those aesthetic choices throughout the build here. So if you want to unbox the case and maybe get the power supply installed, I'll take this over here, then we don't have to worry.
So what is that, a 2080? So at the time, that was like a second to top of the line GPU, right? And a 2080, now, obviously there's been upgrades since then, but obviously that would still run fairly reasonably now, I would presume, right? You can still run a lot of shit off that.
Wear these annoying masks.
The Fantex P400 is actually, from what I can gather, a really good case for noise to performance ratio.
And the same can be said for the Noctua NHU12S. This is a compact air cooler, but still gives up very little in terms of performance. I'm expecting this CPU to be running at max turbo all the time with a cooler like this one.
I really appreciate the understated look of this case and the fact that the front mesh here is extremely fine. So what this allows me to do—
No, I know it's fine for a video, like a living room PC, but the point is if you really had to, you could plug whatever you needed into and it would edit and it would, render video. You'd be able to render video off of it in like a reasonable fashion, like an edited video.
Do is have the machine set up in the living room with good airflow so the fans don't have to ramp up. I'm just checking to see if I've got enough fan headers to run these fans without using the internal fan controller. That could—
The only thing is, maybe they're to give this computer back when they left Linus Tech Tips. That's the only thing I can think. But then they've still got that other computer from 2018, which you'd still be able to render video on. And also, even if it takes you a while to render video, so fucking what? Hit it to render and fucking go and do other shit because you've got to get a video out because you've said that you're going to your fucking audience. It's all... I disavow that terminology. Sold all its PCs for HRT. Okay, dude. Oh, they don't give it back. So Linus probably wouldn't have taken it back. So what is the problem then? Obviously they're lazy, yes, but how do you explain this away? How do you explain this under your little, oh, my new PC wasn't working properly so I couldn't make a video?
Save me from running an additional cable from the power supply. One fan header here. This one is for the AIO pump. I don't think that can be used for a fan.
I'm a big fan
Okay.
of having fan headers along this edge of the board, but this is a more valuable...
Apparently there's some shots of inside their house later, so I think we'll stick around to have a look at that as well. Oh, it's going to be bad, isn't it? It's going to be bad.
Oriented Z490, so you don't have anything, unfortunately, along this edge. I think you missed one, though. There's actually two at the bottom. Chassis fan 2 and 3 are down here.
Oh, I did miss one.
Then you wouldn't have to fool around with any of the profiling nonsense. You could just go 1, 2, 3 and use all chassis fan headers.
These fan cables are very short, though.
Only one way to find out. Here you go, boss. So far, everything you've chosen has been purely practical. It's amazing how the choices change once they're spending their own money, right? The one exception is the all-black version of the Noctua cooler. That costs about an extra 10 bucks. But I also noticed that your power supply, you went with a modular model instead of just a fixed cabled one. What would be the rationale behind that?
Cable management?
Okay, I don't care about this shit.
Actually considered one of the best in class. In VR right now. Since I'm going to be using it,
What's this?
the best video—
Oh yeah, and better gamer.
I don't know about that, but the RTX 2080 Super is basically—
The RTX 2080 Super. So is that like an upgrade from the normal version as well? So it's like a beefed up version of the normal card too. So it should therefore stand the even better test of time.
think, the best value for like high-end VR right now. Since I'm going to be using it with a Vive, it's probably not actually even going to be used to its full potential. So with it, I should be able to handle anything that I throw at it.
Well, except editing a video in 2025, apparently. They could have sold it, to be fair. I mean, we obviously don't know. But the basic point is just the fact that they're absolutely surrounded. They're absolutely surrounded by technology, and they couldn't edit a fucking video. It's fucking obscene.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna plug in his case, RGB.
Brand new as well.
I just gotta get it. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. We don't necessarily need to cable manage the back. I can do that later.
That looks about as cable managed as I would make it.
Wow.
Yeah, about as cable managed as you would make it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Now,
My basement apartment isn't
Yes! Let's go! Let's have at it.
exactly in great shape. And it's pretty cramped too, so that informed a lot of my decision making. Because I don't have much space for high-end...
What is this? Oh my god, man, this is bleak. What's all these foxes about? What's going on there? Huh? Bit weird, isn't it? It sends a bit of pirate software
Now,
energy.
my basement apartment isn't exactly in great shape. And it's pretty cramped too, so...
Okay, so we've got the bedroom there. That's the front room. Dude, this is a diabolical image, man. What is going on here, dude? Oh, alright, that's not so bad. They got like a study there. That's where they do all the gaming, I guess. That's where they don't do any of their work. I don't even know if they're still in this or not. I would have thought they'd have moved if they made more money off of... I don't know, obviously. Oh, also, dandruff. Notice the head and shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. Clear dandruff sufferer.
That informed a lot of my decision making. Because I don't have much space for high-end audio, a good soundbar is what I was after. While I wanted to use the Sonos Arc as a standalone bar, I just couldn't get one in time, so I went for the Samsung HW-Q90R, which comes with a subwoofer and satellites. Reviews place it among the best soundbars that can handle Dolby Atmos right now, and while I'm not sure if it's strictly an upgrade in terms of sound quality over my Audio Engine A5 Plus bookshelf speakers,
At least put the Fox plushies away. Is that not possible? Maybe that's an option. Stick those in a box or something so we don't have to look at them.
in terms of sound stage, it should be a huge step up. The TV is rather special. I originally was looking at the LG Nano 90, but it lacked some features that I really wanted, like...
Emily was like a fucking... in a candy shop picking out all this stuff. Jesus Christ. It's just, dude, it's just so... So this person not only got a bunch of credibility and attention off working for Linus Tech Tips, they also got flooded with cash for this new setup. This has got AGP now. Yes, Anthony has transitioned, now goes by Emily. I thought that was more common knowledge. Yes. They're now Emily. Same person. You really tell the difference when you put it side by side, eh? I know the place is clean, but imagine taking a woman down there. Well, that's not something that Anthony or Emily has to worry about, to be honest. Dude, I'm just showing... What is the problem? I'm showing the glow up. I'm showing the glow up! Look! Before and after. What's the problem?
multiple HDMI 2.1 ports, and more than 32 dimming zones. And then Vizio launched their 2021 lineup, and their new P-Series Quantum X ticked all the boxes. 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, eARC, 480 local dimming zones, auto game mode with quick response time, 120 Hz native panel speed with variable refresh rate from 48 to 120 Hz. I mean, basically, for my use case of mixed gaming and content streaming, it's perfect. The only problem is it's not for sale yet. So we managed to get a pre-production model straight from Vizio themselves.
This is obscene. And they can't even edit a video in 2025. It's so ridiculous and such bullshit, dude. So you've literally, I mean, obviously this is working for Linus Tech Tips, but you've still got some level of connection, presumably. You've got the connections to pull the sorts of strings like this, to some level at least. And you can't even get someone to edit a video with. It's such nonsense.
All right, buddy, got your delivery. Where you want it?
Oh, well, that's rude. That's a very good question.
This is kind of a lot of stuff here. Like, is this TV even gonna fit?
No.
Tell you what, why don't we build the stand and see where that gets us?
Okay.
This is going faster than it was.
Thank you for
that's
$2.
For sure. I still have my doubts about whether anyone's going to be able to get past this stand if it's installed here, so we may have no choice but to go with our backup TV location plan there, Anthony. Why don't we leave the VR space here then?
Okay.
What I might do though is take off that mount and do it this corner to that corner though, because that way you could actually...
Linus gets to smash and exchange. Dude, you're sick. No, I think Linus is just, like, obviously I've covered some of his drama and stuff. I know Linus is like, he was very wretched in how he dealt with the Gamers Nexus stuff. But he does seem like pretty good with his staff generally. I remember looking over it and there were some allegations of some sort of staff mistreatment. And that did sound a bit bogus because he does seem like a pretty reasonable guy. Right, I mean, I don't know, he seems pretty chill with his team and seems to give them cool stuff. I mean, this is pretty cool doing this, right? I mean, it's not his money, I guess, because it's a sponsored bit, but Jesus, man. Now, this is before Emily transitioned. Linus is woke. He's not being transphobic.
Go all the way from here, all the way over to here. If you wanted to play like a bigger game, Gorn is a ton of fun to play with a little bit of room to move around so you can, you know, like punch guys. It's like a physics-based arena brawler. My location here is actually really good to watch this whole space here. Tighten there. There we go. While Matthias finishes up the TV stand, I think what you and I need to do is clear some space.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently we're taking it one step further and we are disassembling the desk. Now I'm really glad I don't have to be part of that conversation.
What? They're disassembling the desk for some purpose too. God, dude. No wonder this Emily character's lazy when, you know, waited on hand and foot when they worked at Linus Tech Tips, apparently.
Even if we're gonna make it better after we temporarily destroy this home office setup. It's worth pointing out, by the way, Intel's not just giving us special treatment. They've been helping their staff transition to working from home.
Wait, what? Huh?
By the way, Intel's not just giving us special treatment. They've been helping their staff transition.
Bro! The BlackRock money has turned them giga woke. They're actually transitioning their staff. What the fuck, dude? That's what happened with Emily. They paid Linus Tech Tips a bunch of money to make Emily transition because the Jews at BlackRock demanded it. That's what happened there.
To working from home with budget for tools, equipment, and resources so that they can keep working through these tough times as well. And where the crap am I supposed to put this exactly?
Wherever it fits.
Okay. And that's where it goes.
Yeah.
We'll figure out the cleanup afterwards. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's not my problem, I guess. Not my problem. Da, 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 da. The good news is we're making progress. Matthias, are we ready for me to unbox the TV so we can put it on this mount? How close are you?
I believe we are quite close.
Looking pretty good.
That is an obscenely large TV.
Oh!
Did I catch it?
Whew.
All good. Everything's fine. I stomped on the back of the packaging and that bought enough time for Anthony and David to get over and stop it from whacking on the counter. Cool. Now all we need to do is actually mount the TV to it. This whole assembly is gonna weigh like 150 pounds by the time we're done. Should we center it a bit?
Fucking hell, look at the size of that thing.
That is massive. Yeah.
Cleanup took 6 months, based on her future work ethic, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Oh, not bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of range of motion on that mount, actually.
I do. Oh yeah. Gaming rig time. A UPS isn't the most glamorous piece of hardware ever. You know, leave it to Anthony to pick smart things to spend his budget on. It's a great idea when you have unstable power, and apparently they get frequent brownouts here, so this is just a wonderful way to protect the gear that's attached to it. So how heavy is this puppy?
It's pretty heavy. I don't think you're gonna lift it. It's in 3 pieces. Probably best to like kind of.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay.
God, dude,
Here we
what horrors are in there, pray tell?
Hang on.
Oh boy, it's plugged in, isn't it?
Yep.
You know you must be at Anthony's house when under the couch you might find normal things like popcorn debris, but also a keycap puller.
Oh! You can see the strands of hair that he's also accidentally picked up off the floor too. What on earth is that about? Oh god, I found some gooning tools here. Dude, what's this gooning tool for?
We can run power for the couch off the island now, which means all we gotta do is kind of shove these bad boys under here. And cable managed. That's a free tech tip for you.
Tech tip. If you can't see them, they're managed.
That's right. That's management. For a soundbar, this thing is pretty crazy town. It's all Atmosy and all that, so it's 7.1.4. And basically that means you've got like 4 channels up top.
Oh my god. Yes, obviously underneath one's couch is going to be like dust and stuff because you don't normally go underneath there, right? But this guy knows this is happening. So I think there's an argument to make, you know, if you go up to me the couch. I don't even think that necessarily. Whatever. It's not that big a deal. It's the fact that you could see visibly the strands of hair between his fingers that he'd accidentally picked up whilst picking up like obvious gooning tool. Obviously, it's not a gooning tool. Okay. Obviously, it's a keycap. It's a key puller. It's meant to pull keys off your keyboard.
1 subwoofer, and then 7 either virtual or true channels. The soundbar itself, which Anthony has over there, the subwoofer, and then this right here is a couple of rear satellites that we're planning to put on these speaker stands. I've got 3 things that I just brought over here that need to plug into the wall. Both of the rear satellites, and then I've also got that Vive lighthouse. So unfortunately, I think that means this shelf has got to kind of shovel off a little bit away from the wall. So here we go. Oh boy. Here we go again. Oh boy. Huh, okay. I'll try not to break your PS3.
That's the first model too. It's got PS2.
Ooh.
And the card reader and stuff.
Yeah, I really got to be careful not to break that one then.
I've repaired it myself and I'm very proud of that.
Yep. There we go. Oh, yep. If it's back here and we can't see it, then it's good. Okay there, bud. It's TV AF.
You ever seen a TV as TV as this TV?
Bro, also, like, I don't know if it's part of it and he's not supposed to do any of it, but he's just kind of standing there, not really doing much. Maybe part of it is like, you know, they're not supposed to get involved because part of it that they get, like, you know, everything done for them. Maybe. But also, I think that what's probably more accurate is it's likely just an indication of their work ethic. That they're happy to just let them do all this shit in their house without doing anything themselves. Much like what's happened with their YouTube channel now. That's hard work. What we're witnessing now is Emily's version of hard work, guys.
TV?
I've got the subwoofer packed back here behind the couch. I know that's not ideal for acoustics, but Anthony preferred it in terms of looks, so we're gonna at least give it a shot. The soundbar itself, I haven't actually...
Dude, that does, I mean, you know, it looks like a really nice setup, to be fair. Look at it. You wouldn't be unhappy with someone shoved that into your home, would you? You'd be like, cheers for that. But Jesus, man. Just being gifted all this tech like that is wild. I do wonder if it's influenced their, what I think is quite clear entitlement to a lot of this shit from the looks of it.
Actually plugged into the eARC port on the TV yet, but I'll do that in just a moment. And I was just about to plug in power to the UPS. I did move a network switch over here though, so we should be good to go for networking for all the gear that Anthony is about to cart over.
Now imagine some 8K premium furry porn while sitting on the couch. Okay, dude. That is sicko shit. I disavow.
If you have electronics that take 5 volts, get one of these things. USB to barrel plug. plug it into a USB port somewhere, and you can power these things.
Oh,
so
look,
you don't have
Emily's
wall
doing
boards,
something.
and it's a lot more efficient.
I'm accepting all the terms and conditions. Your life is now signed away to Vizio.
Sounds good. I'm gonna use literally none of its smart functions, I'm pretty sure.
Anthony, why do you have 3 Super Nintendos?
I don't. Those are Luke's.
Why do you have 3 of Luke's Super Nintendos?
Oh, you guys can leave before I start streaming from the NAS. All you have to do now, just gonna, you know, stream a movie from my own personal NAS. What movie's that? Don't worry about it. It's you wouldn't have heard of it. It's a foreign film.
I don't. I have 4. One of them is in pieces in a bag, and yeah, basically he wanted me to fix them up, but I haven't ever really gotten around to setting up my soldering station.
I was surprised to see those too. I thought you were a Sega loser.
Well, I was a Sega kid. That doesn't mean I can't appreciate other things, unlike Nintendo fans.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I need a keyboard and mouse if you don't mind, good sir.
Well, one moment.
Getting all the foxes together to cover up those patched holes in the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Hey!
Bro, I would not be, dude. I would not be touching those plushies, man. You do not know what's going to happen. You don't know what sort of substance you're going to find yourself accidentally sticking your fingers into touching those plushies.
That's not a fox. No, you're done. It's out.
All right.
This one's ugly.
It's a red panda.
Oh, okay. Hey, what the? Get out of here, red panda. Deceiving
Yeah,
me.
what, dude? God, these are wet and moldy. Is that? I can see some fungus growing out of like this wet patch here. What the fuck is that about?
Polar bear. Oh,
Well, look, red pandas are called firefoxes.
nope.
All right.
They're out. Look at all my friends. This is the closest thing I have to them. Where'd that red panda go?
I don't know, you drop kicked it.
I take it back. The red panda can return, and the Pokemon can
What
come
are there
back.
holes in them?
I need a solution for the patches on the walls. But like, hey, look at that.
This is something very special that I've been waiting for a long time to get my hands on. It's the open source scan converter, and it's not something we'd like had a need to cover on the channel. Basically what it does is it takes component video or European SCART, which can either carry a component or a composite signal, and converts it into HDMI. It can also take VGA here,
That's kind of cool.
and it can line double it. So basically,
Wow, that is kind of cool. If only you had a YouTube channel now to make videos about this tech stuff that you know. Wouldn't that be great? That you could release videos onto regularly. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Dude, that's the other thing as well. You don't even need to make content about your failing PC shit. There's a bunch of tech stuff you could talk about, no? You could just do literally, hey guys, I'm here to talk about the Switch 2 that's just come out. Blah, 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 blah. Here's the tech, da, da, da. Oh, hey guys, did you hear that Xbox is talking about releasing a handheld console? Isn't that crazy? Here's what the specs are going to be. There's just nothing stopping them from doing any of this shit now. And they just are lazy freaks. They're just a lazy freaks. Sickening.
basically, if it's an old game that runs at 240p, for example, newer TVs don't know what to do with that. So this will line double that, output it at 480p, and the TV will basically just accept it happily. It also, I think, can upscale further than that, and it has open source firmware as well, so it can actually apply other things like filters, different kinds of scan lines, that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to adding this and kind of making it the centerpiece of my retro game collection as I expand upon it. Most of it's still in Newfoundland, but that's a small detail. This HDMI switch, what I'm going to use that with.
They're not lazy, they're afraid of transphobia in the comments. I don't believe that for a second. Obviously transfer, I mean, I'm seeing some of them in chat, which I'm very, very disappointed by. But I mean, obviously, you know, this person's got a very supportive community that they're not going to get a large amount of that, I don't think. You'll obviously get passers-by, you'll get your drive-by transphobes. But like, other than that, I just don't think it's something that you would really be worrying about.
Is this M cable gaming on the output end. What that lets it do is any of these four inputs can then be pushed through the M cable without having to, you know, unplug and replug and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I'll just plug the PS4 or Wii U or PS3 or anything like that into this, and it'll be upscaled for me. No need to worry about the internal upscaler in the TV. The only problem with this thing is that it's a little bit like loud color-wise. I guess I could like plasti dip it or something. I've already put some Kapton tape on the front of this to kind of take the edge off of these lights. They get really bright.
So we've got the Quantum X P-Series TV from Vizio, 75-inch, 2021 edition, or whatever they're calling it now. We've got the Samsung Atmos soundbar. We've got all of Anthony's console set up here. He's probably gonna add more, but you know.
Bro, this is primarily gonna be used for insane Goonie. You can tell already. I'm just seeing that Vive headset, and I'm like, yeah, come on, be realistic, man. Especially with them transitioning now. There's obviously a lot of deep-rooted pornographic issues in their brain.
How it is, and most importantly, we've got the wireless VR setup that theoretically I should be able to pair now. So do you want to hold on to that? Have you ever done this before?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So basically how
4K, I didn't say CP. You guys are fucking sick. No, I'm not making that allegation. Okay? It'll be furry stuff, presumably.
it works is, no, you don't put that on yet. I know.
It'll be furry shit and probably some sissy stuff too.
I know, it's exciting, but you can't yet. You can't. So you just walk around the room and just draw where there's no obstructions. So where the safe space will be. Achievement unlocked, you're ready.
Cool.
Give it a shot, Anthony. Boy's a gamer. But it's harder than it looks. How's the experience though? How's the wireless?
It's good. Like, I'm not impeded whatsoever.
You can tell he's got music in his ears. A little loud.
He's gaming.
We've got the VR working. Do you want to also experience the soundbar? Maybe throw like some kind of content up on the Apple.
Yeah, this is an old video. Yes. Hey, Zio. Thank you for the sub. This is an old video that we're watching to contextualize a recent video where they've put out a video claiming that they couldn't edit a video because the new system they bought didn't work. And we just found out that they had this $5,000 gaming rig set up gratis as a result of working for Linus Tech Tips. Emily hasn't released any vids because they've been stuck playing anime horse girl racing for months. What the fuck is that?
TV before we go?
Sure.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down a little bit.
We're definitely not going to have it that high.
Yeah, I think the upstairs probably wouldn't appreciate that too much, but hey, at least it's got the capability. So, thanks for letting us destroy and also upgrade your house. And thanks to Intel for sponsoring this episode. Guys, you can always find out more about the latest Intel 10th gen processors and all their other great technology at the link down below. Stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed because we're gonna have more of these coming, and I already know that at least
obvious total bullshit that they can't make a video if they got all this technology around them. Anthony, being so honest, and more importantly, showing a real world side of this channeling technology as a whole was wonderful. Dude, the comments are going to drive me insane, aren't they? One of my favorite genres of video is walking through a mistake. I learned a bunch from this video and appreciate you. It's like people just don't put the pieces together in the correct fashion. It very much bothers me because it's like, you know, this person, how are you acting like this is reasonable for them to release a video after 7 months or 6.5 months or whatever it is, with some bullshit excuses about why they've not put a video out. And it's like, oh, thanks for this, yeah. I really like this kind of videos where you point out what the problems are. I don't leave comments on videos like this, it's stupid. I disavow. It's just people praising it. Come on, where's the mean ones? Don't do anything. Oh wait, hang on, these are nice. I thought my viewers might have gone and been mean, but they haven't. Not that I want you to. I disavow. Do not brigade. No brigading. No brigading.